Follow justice. Let's do it. What everyone's here for. Actually, I think everyone's here for chess puzzles. It's fine. We gotta make some progress this game. So we've already been found guilty. We're gonna be murdered, executed. Unless we get this next case to work. We'll be able to. I don't know. Maybe. Alright, let's do it. May not know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. We saw this guy, he escaped. He's an escaped convict. He also escaped the courtroom, and we just see him. We think he's a witness. We're gonna try to track him down. Go take a look. Random Fox. Yeah, oh, come on, Fox. Casual. Oh, come on, Fox. I do like the black leather Fox look. It has nothing to do with the choker. Wait. We must give chase. Puff, puff. Ow, mate, came back. I forgot how badly I had injured it. Ow, ow, ow. I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Ah, Mr. Right. Puff, puff. Oh, hey, Albie. Alright, I'm also going to say, for those of you that are considering going to like a fan fest like I am, it's a good idea to try to walk a little bit, just to get some exercise and get used to it. You don't have to walk far, just a little bit will help. Because conventions like this are a lot of standing up, and you'll be miserable if you are not used to standing up at least a little bit. So just, you know, PSA if you're considering going to a fan fest, like I am. Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest. I may or may not post pictures afterward. I'm definitely gonna dox myself, but we'll see. I probably will. I will talk to people and get a third party to verify that I'm not doxing myself too badly. Yes, Mopar, that's plenty. That's our ball. Have you seen him? Ow, ow, ow. Are you alright, sir? 1 second. Huff, puff, wheeze. See, I don't get that many steps, honestly, but I can walk. My issue is standing. Like, I could walk around all day. I mean, I only got like 6,000 today. But I was standing up for 5 hours. So... And then I came home and worked out. Although I didn't work out my... I didn't do squats. Because my knees are still aching a little bit. I had to do a lot of bending and stuff yesterday. So I was doing a lot of stuff on the floor. And so I was squatting all the way down for a lot. I mean, not for a lot, like for, you know, 10-15 minutes is a lot for me. Especially with my hurt knee. It's getting better though, I think. I just gotta be very careful. 1 second, huff, puff, wheeze. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Can I progress this while I drink my tea? I don't know. So that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. Disappeared in this area? Couldn't take him to the air again, could he? No, he's in the sewer to the left. See it? Barbhead! Huff, puff, I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here. Your benevolence? Mr. Hallwall could be lurking nearby. What sort of princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. Can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Right here. The manhole cover. It's open. Puff, Ruff, 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 ruff. Whoa. What is it, Shadow? You stood out someone or something in the manhole? Oh, I wonder. The Shadow tracked Mr. Arbaugh if he had something with the rebel scent on it? I don't know. Like I got something with Mr. Arbaugh's scent on it. Something he might have touched. What do we have? Hey, Shadow, how about this? Hope it works. Grr. Ruff, 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 ruff. He's picked up a scent. Mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah. Go get him, boy. Oh, this reminds me, so one time... I used to walk my dog a lot. You know, when she was alive. Obviously. One time I was walking my dog, and I'm just walking, and I see police cars. Like, 11 police cars go by. And so I'm still just walking, and eventually I come to basically a police barricade in this neighborhood. It's not my neighborhood. I was walking in the neighborhood next to mine. There's a little bit less traffic over there. See, I'm walking and just passing by. My dog, she was Nikita. So she looked very intimidating, like a police dog. And so one of the officers just comes like running up and he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, can this dog track?" And I was like, not really. She wasn't really a nose hound. She was a sight hound. So if she saw something, she would chase it down. Like, she would chase down birds and eat them. Well, kill them. Or at least wound them, and I had to kill them. I was always worried she'd get a hold of the neighbor's cat. But luckily they weren't stupid. Mostly. Alright, don't worry. Go get him, boy. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Nevertheless, I'm heading down to this manhole now. It's dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't come in any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That's not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from the case, they might commit your sentence. I'm just to prove my innocence. How can you just be so sure of the accused's innocence? She's already been found guilty. Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Oh, okay. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to be the bitter end. That's just what we do. You, lame brain, do what you will. I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Ruff, ruff. Be careful. I hope you brought a light source. Ruff, ruff. Oh, wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. Can't see a thing. Wham! Arg! Oog! Ow, ow, ow! That's a big spider. But I went down the manhole and then... There's all the lizards the guy eats. Oh, wow! He looks so different! This is what people look like when they shave. Oh, he finally came to. Ah! I don't remember that face anywhere. That dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. If there's that big spider, if we no mistake, it's him. That's our ball. Yikes! So I got a little rough to get back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, want an apple? Can I have one you haven't bitten into? Ooh, I think it's going to kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. That's the impressive way to eat apples. Look at this place. This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. Right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office, what else? Wait, Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Crayne's public enemy #1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. Who didn't see that coming? Well, Phoenix obviously, but everyone else did. Not supposed to be coming around here anymore. Won't? I plan to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. He might say to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? There's those flowers. I'm going to sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice and slip out of Crane. Wait a second. You're a key person interested in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will ya? Tell you whatever you need to know. I'm sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest, arresting me and his acolyte parade zealot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so I wonder how true that really is. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I think my head on a rocket as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with his murder, I meant it. Okay, then where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. It's been out cold the whole time. She didn't see the crime happen at all. You got that right. Why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that. Because I didn't remember a thing. I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. You realize how much trouble these big fat lies caused me? Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. It doesn't seem very sorry to me. The bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime, but weren't involved in it. Got it? So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with, back when he was still practicing. He was juggernaut of the law, and his mind is a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at it. He called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. You gotta be kidding me. But most important of all, he would never surrender. He fights for the accused no matter how all the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep, that would be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive, too. You didn't give up no matter how hard of a beating you took. Nothing like Dirk and my dad. Oh, thanks. A big part of that beating I took was because of you. Alright, let's look around. I didn't mean to do that. Can I see electricity? Yeah, the power goes out occasionally. It's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me, sometimes it goes out for an entire day. All the stuff in the refrigerator. Why don't you see for yourself? Good I asked. Afraid of what I may find. Lizards? I want to look at the spider. What are those hanging here? Lizards? So they're pretty big. Those are sewer lizards. We call them that because they live in the sewer. They grow bigger than your average lizard, which makes them fine eating. Wait, you eat these? Ew! What else do you do with them? Throw them away? Leave them alone? Here, try one. No. Pass. I'll definitely pass. You see, I'm a fine treat, my man. I somehow think I'll live without it. Spider, spider, spider. Can't look at the spider? I can't look at the spider. What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of sign? Yep, that was his business sign back when this was Dirk's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a really long time ago. He does like to eat. I've seen better days, that's for sure. Maybe we can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Coat yours, Mr. Arball? Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color too. Wanna try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course, bet it would look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do. Ah, it smells all moldy. Har 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 har. I can't believe you fell for it. Har har. He's been hanging there forever. Yourself. Don't trust this guy ever again. This food doesn't look very fresh. There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this is all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arbol. Har 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 har. Guys as big and strong as me got even bigger appetites, you know? You just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Ack! So sorry if I offended you. First, let's start with an appetizer. Oh, that's... Okay. Where's he get all these apples from? You don't want to know! Want to join me, Mr. Lawyer Man? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too. No thanks, but I already ate. This book looks important. Is this a law book? Dragon mark's been branded into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? Leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be a section on the Defense Culpability Act. Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. Oh, I want to tell a story. This is one, it's a true story. True story. Not about me, though. So, apparently, there was this, like, sheriff or something in ancient China or something. And some of his prisoners escaped, right? And the penalty for letting a prisoner escape is death. And the penalty for deserting your post is death. So, he deserted his post because he's going to be a criminal either way. He let all the remaining prisoners go because, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. And he eventually became a rebel leader and ended up becoming like the Emperor of China later after the rebels won. Crazy story. True story, too. Just, you know, I don't know all the details, so I butchered it really badly. Okay, back we go. A ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. Actually wore out the entire section. Like... Incense of white flowers. Are you gonna throw nuts at me? People love hitting me with nuts for some reason. Incense of white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Did you see here, Mr. Arbol? Something wrong with the flowers? Oh no! Just a traditional thing here in Kumain. Pay it no mind. Yeah, I don't know. There's an actor taking a photo of the queen. Guess rebels really hate her. Better remember to stay on their good side. Ow! I knew you were gonna hit me with nuts. And when your workday goes so long, it's easier to overthrow the government? Exactly. Like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. Holy crap! It's the prosecutor and Apollo. And is that Dirk? I was supposed to take about 20 years ago. Those are Dirk's sons. Really? So this is the rebel Dirk in the center? It looks so evil. And both his sons look kind of familiar. Well, imagine that. The left is Yudi. Don't you know him as Prosecutor Sadmati? Prosecutor Sadmati is Dirk's son? Yeah, he is. Yudi's most rebel too. He should really respect his old man, both as a father and as a lawyer. Why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. But never guessed it, looking at him now. Say that again. Sorry, I got a pop-up for GeForce Game Ready Driver. I didn't see the point in upgrading the driver on that PC, because I don't really play games on it at all. Say that again. We're just battling to change Korean's legal system. Will the dragon spurs him on. I thought you was taking out the magic to carry on that will, too. I'm sure he can help overtake Garand one day, but as you've seen, he now used the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. And no one carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. About the other child in the photo. That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. Apollo. Wait a second. That bracelet. It really is Apollo, I told you. I'd recognize the cowlick anywhere. He's a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. He's out there raising high hell somewhere. One second, I'm switching my water. I tried to do a little bit better hydrating today, even though I was out on the floor. They do have water coolers out there, but you have to like walk away and get water, and then you have to. We work in it's not really clean rooms, but you have to wear like extra clothes, like hairnets, shoe covers, overcoats and stuff like that. So it's really a pain to have to go out and if you want to do some tail brushing. So I try not to drink too much water on the floor. Right. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Arbaugh's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Apollo justice! Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready, why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. Well, I gotta start packing. Knows they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, I still want to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the Inner Sanctum in the first place? Why were you at the Inner Sanctum on the day of the murder? And more precisely, what were you trying to do? Hi, G-Born. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. That High Priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. You should try to hightailing it out of Crane like I'm doing. Bam! He's lying. Ah, Cyclops. Mr. Arbaugh is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo these locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arbaugh? Huh? I'm not hiding anything, don't you know how? I'll just have to use my map to help on him then.
Take that!
Break it! That's his plan. I'm going to ask you again. Why were you at the Inner Sanctum on the day of the murder? More precisely, what were you trying to do there? You keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. The High Priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out. Why did you say such things about him? He actually escaped, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope, I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garan regime. Hang on, should you believe what you're saying? Did the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, you couldn't care less about the whole thing. And different, this wouldn't be here in the room if you didn't feel a thing.
Take that!
I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Crane. High Priest's death has hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well? Hee-ho! Those flowers don't mean anything. It's just a community's way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? I'm reading into this too much. I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. Tomorrow I'm planning to kiss the king goodbye. I know you've been in contact with the rebels lately. Actually, how exactly do you plan on proving that? You have his ties to the other rebels.
Take that!
Found a spare flag of the Plaza of Devotion. You put a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Oh, they brought this food for you at your request. Ooh, ha ha. You're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Yarg! Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Liveman. I admit it. I requested the grub. I just take advantage of them, that's all. What do you mean? My face plastered all over the place. I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss the kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn inside of you. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves the flames of revolution still burning inside you. This?
Take that!
Dirk's law book? I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded on the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It's Dirk's favorite pursuing the will of the dragon. Yeah? So what is it? So what of it? Can't say a mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. You wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. As a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. At least you haven't hit that mark yet, proves you're still a rebel. Hoo-ha! Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. That's what I believe in. The badge! When a person's back is against a wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just say I always have my badge. You always have the will of the dragon with you. Would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my client's dead. Now admit it! You never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? Now look in your eyes. It's just like Dirk's. It's like you got the will of the dragon inside you, too. Hey, what's your plan? I plan to take you out if you turn again outside the Royals. But I think I can trust you. I didn't realize it's that close to getting exchanged here. It's like you said. I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you're testing me. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. Also, I just want to point out the peel of the apple is very nutritious. I think I'm not lying about that. Yeah. It's got fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. Yeah, the apple peels are good for you. Eat them. Eat the apple peel. Eat the whole apple. Except the core. Don't eat the core. Don't be dumb. I had apples for like a week, and I love them, but they're very expensive. I spent $15 on apples for 1 week. Or close to it. It's like 13, 14. What? What are you talking about? You washed them all, Treeborn. Yeah, I had 5 Honey Crisps and 2 Cosmic Crisps. Ow. They're very good. But my doctor changed my meds so I can eat bananas again. Bananas are cheaper. And so I'm sticking with my bananas for now. I might occasionally buy an apple, though. Just not like 10 or like 7 of them a week. They're so good. The Honey Crisps are so good. You know what? When that just proves that I'm tougher because I can eat pesticides and be fine. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned. You wash them off, Treeborn. You wash them off. You don't just bite into them at the grocery store. I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned. After weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. What are you doing here anyway? I'm giving you the secret hideout key from a helper. Secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. Wash them off! About the order Dirk was supposed to give you. I have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? Why don't you be able to tell me something about the High Priest murder? Oh, one thing that this group reminds me of, I remember seeing this, I can't remember what the story was. It was either a movie or a book, I can't remember. But basically, there were a bunch of rebels, right? And they're like big revolutionaries, and the main characters, was told, listen, don't go join the rebels. Don't do it. But the main character's like, I really want to. But he got talked out of it. And a short time after that, the government cracked down on all the rebels and murdered all of them. And the guy was like, well, how'd you know that this was going to happen? He's like, because the country isn't ready for rebels right now. You need to have that. You have to be in a certain state in order to change things, and it's just not there yet. So then later on, he got talked into joining the rebels. The wise guy and the main character. I don't remember what the source was. It was a book. I remember now. It was what's the name of the book? I remember the name of the book, but I own it. I own the book. It's on my bookshelf somewhere. I'll be able to tell me something about the High Priest murder. Sorry to disappoint you. I know. I'll make it up to you with this. What is it? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. Can't see any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. This orb is a key? Yep, plus the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. Being that it's supposed super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. Let's see. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, your fellow brother in arms fighting the powers that be. It'll help you. Feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. My friend Maya suspected her being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't have to know who she really is, though, would you? These people, whoever she is, she best threatened me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, to have her attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why do anyone go to all that trouble? My kingdom likes to pretend that people are free to think what they want. Because that, authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with rebellion. They resort to framing people for things they didn't do. The Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lickspittle working for the Gara regime. Wow. You can focus on me now! Hooray! Hey, even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd watch it if I were you. But you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. So you're talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. Brandon Fox, what we got? We got Summer Fox. Hey, hair! Shake it off. Hair? There we go, to get it? There we got it. Okay. She's no amateur if you ask me. She's saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels. Exactly. The government regime is using her to control the people even down to what they think. A lot of people protest the monarchy is doing things like that. Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. Without that, we can't prove anything. Arrgh! I know that feeling. If proving us in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? Due to that evil, no good Defense Culpability Act. I noticed by looking at Dirk's law book. This act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool. Her false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. Are we not having to prosecute the assassination who killed her? Not before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. It was the rebel leader, Dirk, who did it. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but... Official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Most people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DC Act was first passed. That's why there are any lawyers left in Crane. Even worse, to change the significance of the divination seance. Significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act? I bet they were. Large prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You like what I've been doing? Right, it's like Dirk used to say. Whatever piece of insights was just another piece of evidence. Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance started changing. Yet the insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. But she's too young. She doesn't remember what it was like before. She's too young. What is she like, 17? This time I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Hear yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow I shall end with you under the headsman's axe. Are we on time? 3 minutes. Well, I've seen Wraith would agree with that. This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped up charges to rule. That sounds familiar. That's what Dirk's been rebelling against. Yep. All he wants is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. Oh, Fang's right. I didn't get it. After all, I'm the Fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's our ball! You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? How'd you get into that? See you when I see ya. Alley-oop! What do you actually do? Why'd you have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Alright, so this is probably a good point to pause it. I know it's a couple minutes early, but we're going to go ahead and pause it. I go brush, and I'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy. Okay, I'm back. I'm 30 seconds late. Of course I am. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Back. Okay. Get my posture properly. Back to the bazaar. The bazaar, not the bizarre. Thank you. Ooh, I finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Fine. Shadow, what happened to him? Anyway, he came out of this manhole. How did he get out of the manhole? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after he went in. How did the puppy get out? It's like, there's a ladder. So it wasn't much help. Fine. Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, I tripped and fell down there. I must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now. Figured as much. I'd find that secret hideout Mr. Arbol was talking about. I should probably start with the places that have something to do with the High Priest. She got nothing. Okay. Well, let's start with the High Priest's house. He's got the key there. Can we look? There's here, but it never hurts taking a look around. Was it there? What kind of photo they took? Simi said it was taken the day before the ride. I suppose any of them could have possibly imagined what was to come. Now, what if we go to the, Inner Sanctum? The flame's out! Barthead, you already searched here. Did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again. You know, in case I missed something. I shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. I'm staying back home. Leave no stone unturned. Hmm? Oh, yes. You not stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. I can't believe Mr. Arbol uses a parachute. Oh, the flame's not out. Maybe it's just blowing that reckless fool. And again, he must have a screw loose if he cast himself among those vile rebels. I don't call him crazy, but he's certainly one of a kind. Do you think they would make this a priority to fix this? At least put something around it. It's a statue of a bird. I guess I'll take a close look at it. Eye! Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that. For no reason. So sorry. That shape. I wonder.
Take that!
Take that, statue! I knew it. What? She must be at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Hey, explain yourself at once, Barbhead. I think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. I'm shocked there's a secret door here. Imagine that goes double Marepa. Rebel hideout? Inner Sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. At least I'll try not to. Did I give him Fox Oz? Do I all? The woo? The awu? Taz, if you're watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine, just please stop pleading your case. I don't stand so much loyally drivel. I'm presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course, now shall we? If anyone like might find something cute, I'll go no further. Alright, you're not supposed to come in contact with Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Bartab. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I've been watching you like a warbat from the entrance here. Told you, I'm not going to do anything. I've never heard for it to change your mind. Move. Handprints. What is this significance? How is to be a sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water? That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. What about that warbat revolving door? What if that too was originally intended to hide and protect the sacred space? Those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space. It's a desecration upon Koreanism itself. The Defiant Dragon shall pay for this. It was only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. I think I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stuff that you must not take photos here without permission. Bear's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it'll go. I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Yeah, we have this policy that if you step across the yellow line, you have to wear safety glasses and stuff. But you can lean over the line. Probably not supposed to. Don't tell safety. Now search every nook and cranny. Barbhead, just because it's hard for me to see your every move, don't use that to choose to touch and break things. Where's the first time? Sheesh. Alright, I noticed there's blood down here. What's this? A blood stain? I should probably try to figure out what happened in here. I'll tamper the evidence before the police arrive. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me some just for this times like these. I thought it might help your investigation. Here it is. It's all yours. I want to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools. They were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. We got this so long ago. This actually might come in handy. Luminol testing fluid glows and reacts to even the tiniest traces of blood. So you can detect areas where blood has been wiped out. Might help us figure out what happened in here. It's time for science to do its thing. First, I put these red tinted glasses on to see if the luminals glow. Then press space where I want to space with luminol. Let's spray everywhere. Areas where the flood will react by turning blue. Nope, the handprints are no good. There's definitely blood there. I'm sure there'd be some there. What? Oh, there it is. There's a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Wurbat statue. There's definitely a lot of blood here. It's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Brandon Fox. Look who's back. Did you miss me? Who cares? Alright, luminol reactors don't show up in photos. I just have to take some notes. I should do it. I noticed before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Unless the warbat revolving door passed over it? I performed every forensic technique at least once in all three something. Large stone slab, shaped like a magatama. It's rather unstable. I better tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy grass-like smell? It's the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. It looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. Wonder why that is. A quick touch can't hurt, right? Look, I'm not ask you to think I'm cute. I didn't ask for that compliment. You can't say I did. Oh, so I'm starting to wobble. What's happening? What have you done to the sacred space? No, nothing. All I do is nudge it a little. It looks unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. This is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum's spring. Close to the channel built into the floor before heading outside. And here is the sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. Also not red like the water in the spring. Weapons, and lots of them too. We're lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed. Oh, thanks. The rebellion ever happens. I hope it's bloodless. It's like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. Thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. It's an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Huh. Oh, Holy Mother. What? What does it say? Oh, goodbye. You know, it's not like I, not like I'm holding you here or anything. What does it say? It's an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the right, infiltrate the house under the guise of turning away to Kira's costume. And search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago, he must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. Oh, yeah, we are gonna have to try that. I knew it! I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but doesn't seem related to the case at hand. It's not due. Must warn my mother at once. How do you do that? This order will never be carried out. The Kira's costume is still here, and now that Amy is no longer able to aid the rebels. Oh, I knew that. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such sacred space? Barbed, you must burn it at once. Did you tell me not to touch or damage anything? It's an exception. Very well. If you will not do it, then I will. To benevolence, I thought you were not supposed to come in here. Urgh! Once the strange customs of Kingdom are working in my favor. Oh, there's something under the banner. Microphone? What's this doing here? Someone trying to record something with it? There's a Plume Punisher calendar here. I now understand. The villains in the Plume Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watch the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. Look! What is it, Barbed? It's a Plume Punisher clock. I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. Sure, item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Hand over now, Barbed. Ah, she snatched it away from me. Now what she says, Rafe is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. The switch. I'm right. Plume Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. Insurgents who use this room must be Plume Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. I guess what you got? That covers about everything here. Well, I think we may have missed it. Looks like we didn't get an opportunity. They made me leave. That's right, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Everyone else can attest to that. It's your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Oh, Barbed, have you not already seen enough? I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. Yeah, sorry, they kicked me out of it before I could do it. I mean, what am I sorry for, you know? I'm so bad at this personality. Why is it so hard to be mean? Have to leave yourself? Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Research, it never hurts to take another look around. Is there anything else you would like me to read, Barbed? Let's see. How about this note? Let me see that. Kanuro, Zabas, Baba, Yak, and Ru. Wait, this looks familiar. What is it? Some kind of Kurenis spell? That's a recipe for Kurenis curry. Guess the rebels enjoy a home-cooked meal, just like everyone else. Let's see. Oh, that's the same thing. Alright. Alright, I guess we move then. Back to the temple? Back we go. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I don't understand, Barbhead. What don't you understand? Why did you not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? Was it an achievement? I didn't get an achievement. Was I supposed to get an achievement? Maybe it's part of a bigger achievement? Oh, wait, no, I did get an achievement. Rebellious recipe. After all, large ply the trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. Ever so, she wasted her whole day following me around. Well, what is it? Prosecutor Saimani has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Pure Zealot. It's our custom for the prosecution to review his contents before a trial begins. I see. Third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. Now teach that neophyte practitioner lesson. It's like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, Your Benevolence. Oh, your overconfidence will be your downfall. And I look so confident when I'm finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Just without any solid evidence. I want to go over everything you know so far. Alright? Let's see here. Akazal was killed during the riot with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints were found on it. Doesn't sound very good. I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. Before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. And there's the key. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Karain. And that sounds very helpful. But I hear something interesting. The romantic Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What, really? My kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. You can't allow people to be controlled by fear and violence. Oh, that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does? That Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates. That exonerate Miss Maya. I just have to find out who. Who is it? Fortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Well, that's too bad. I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found in Inner Sanctum. There's a bloodstain inside. I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Oh, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That'd be a huge hit with tourists. She believes in an entrepreneur at heart. No, what I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Arg! Looks like I'm heading to the court without any useful evidence. We'll have to pray something appears to run tomorrow's trial. Princess Raven's divination seance might be my only hope. Maybe some new information in it that might help. The divination seance. I thought it was always works against the accused. Not always. Right, it's like Dirk used to say. No piece of insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Mason's answers work both ways before Defense Culpability Act. So now the people of Karain find it strange. Mr. Wright? I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, I can't afford to lose the next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Maybe this insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. do or die time. Lucky it's me taking over for Fox. She's kind of dumb. We agree on one thing. Whoever types is super slow. It's like a grandma hunting and pecking with keys. And one finger. I look exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never probably asked you to defend me, did I? Doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know, that's why I want to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back to home so you can make your dream show come true. It's Steel Samurai versus the Plume Punisher, right? You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed. It's written all over your face. You can? We learned about that like 9 games in? How do you expect respectful defense like that? I am all fired up and raring to go. Guess Maya's not the only one who's looking exhausted. Maybe she doesn't seem in the best spirits yourself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Text options. Is it text skip? That makes me nervous. I'm gonna turn it on. I can't turn it on. I'm worried I'll skip something I shouldn't. By getting impatient. I'll see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Okay, I guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. What? Sorry, I fell asleep for a second. Day 2. Now that everyone's ready, this is ready, Your Majesty. Constitution is ready. Let's begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time? Prosecutor Sadbody? I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let's hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I cannot agree more. In today's trial, the accused is already found guilty of murdering the High Priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pere Zealot. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused is now saying 2 of the most devout clergymen in Koreanism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punished enough. Nope. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? Volgilpokon Hell, a realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jaeger by the Galloon of Polmoten. Furthermore, I don't know, Gojama? I don't know. There's a lot of words that don't make sense. I made up words? I don't know. Enough. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. Someone asked for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. And now then, please continue my part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the High Priest's disciple, Pere Zealot. He was training under the High Priest while living at the priest's home. I met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. Murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the Purification Rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of faithful deep in prayer. Warbad dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. Stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. The Warbad dagger. Akira's weapon of choice. We've already established that the fuse prints were on the weapon. Could be damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it.
Objection.
Hold your tongue. I believe that the accused Mayafe is a serial killer. The prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Minutes care to respond? Accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? Accused fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to win a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But, well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Well, something the matter, Prosecutor Sagamati. It's about the divination seance.
That's enough!
Your benevolence. Stop right there, Prosecutor Sagamati. As you wish, forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Barbed-Head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. My problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. All I hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafa's insights. Very well. Divination seance, if you please, your benevolence. Yes. Let's begin. Dana!
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
Why would it be any different? What do you think I'm like different? I'm the same. Fox. I'm a fox. Why would it sound different? Why would it be different? Baka?
O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
They're very proud of this animation and song. You notice how the bell usually chimes, she may change her hand's direction rapidly? But not always. That ear was itchy. Shut up. She doesn't know his real name. She can't summon him because she doesn't know your name. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? You're benevolent. What in the world? Berg, I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. That's not his name, just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it's customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Think of it. I was going to perform a divination seance for Pure Zealot. It's our custom for the prosecution to reveal its contents before the trial begins. And that's why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. If Pure Benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I'm not anything of the sort. The victim spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It's my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. Meifa, what are we to do without a divination seance? Suppose I should have to deliver the last rites without them. Prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I was only capable of moving the accused guilt with or without a divination seance. Ha 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 ha! You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Satmati. This is bad. This seance was my one and only hope. Magistrate, Melchizedek says she's tired. Shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? I'm curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. Divination seance is for shedding light on the accused crimes. It's the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe my client. Well, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. Divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, my FA, is innocent. Because you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please. You're not helping. How dare you! The voice of a Mitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seance has exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It'd be best not to burden her any further. But does the defense feel that it can pose no counterarguments without the seance? No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'd find a way to make the divination seance happen, or a toast. Well, if the divination seance is not possible this time, I see no other choice. Let's proceed with the trial without the seance as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty. Why, you, I will not forget this, Barbed Head. This will not be the last you see of me. Now then, I'll now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well, if the detective would please come to the stand. You may begin. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused in defense. They're your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But yeah, my voice is a little bit weak from being on the floor today. And when you have to shout a lot, it's very hard to speak. There's only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Oh, I can't do this. Ah, no meeting in the Sacred Hall of Justice. The Sky. Yes? Don't worry about it, me. And Nick, you just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out eventually. Alright, thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. Latest victim was Pure Zealot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. High Priest's widow believe in me has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would defense care to respond? And responding inconsistency in our testimony so far. I don't have the evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. It might just prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second, during my investigation, Viv told me about how the divination seance works. If I can figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. The latest victim was Pure Zealot.
Hold it!
What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? One of the neighbors and others who knew him. He was a deeply devout youth. I too have heard of his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. Those might say he was a High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore, he had been training under the High Priest, living at his house for the past 2 years.
Hold it!
2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see, so the results of the police investigation seem to check out. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body.
Hold it!
Was Miss Amy's positive ID the only way you verify the identity of the victim? Huh? Well, no. I also checked the ID card he carried and data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. Pure Zealot is fake name. Victor decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. Royal priestess used a deceased face into a name to summon their spirit. Why, yes, that is indeed true. He's using the forged ID, and there is no mention of him in our public records. He was like an illegal immigrant. They're not uncommon here in Khura'in. Illegal immigrant? Don't think of it. Rafe mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. If that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. Urk. I always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Khura'inese. Or how the High Priest must be limiting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? It's an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for your defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. He's an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Hold it!
Is there some way to track down his real name? No, I he's an illegal immigrant. Have you actually confirmed that he was ingrained illegally? Well, we don't have any kind of conclusive evidence. There's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Khura'in either. Oh boy. Now what do we do? What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered? That's probably our only hope at this point. Peach tattoo? Maybe it was an illegal immigrant. Our proverbial goose is probably cooked. May have been mistaken for a rebel and killed her to kind of catch the High Priest.
Hold it!
Why isn't the Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but
Objection!
that verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. There's no longer point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. But No ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. Not even Larry. Hughes was posing as Lady Kira. She killed act like herself because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. That's not true. I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's fact now. Now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but nothing's really changed. Yeah, which means we're in big trouble. If he wasn't a little immigrant, it's going to be real hard to find out his real name. The only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance then. Well, there's some way to find out who the victim's real name. Alright, I think we need to save because I have no real idea. We're bluffing now.
Objection!
Sorry, Detective Sky. The police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? This was unidentified Koreanese native. This crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but it looks look closely. You'll see clear proof the victim was Koreanese. But where? I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves the victim was Koreanese.
Take that!
Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of Peach. I'd like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. The victim really liked peaches. Peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Korea. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They're a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. So I got paid for peaches. As a child, Maya, right now we have a bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. Not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Name the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Oh my. What? This mark is only borne by members of the Korean clergy.
Objection!
So that's what you believe it to be. But they're not utterly different shapes. They're shaped differently. There's a reason for that. These are the P-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. The dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Korean clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Until about 20-something odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock. That's entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone's interest in the clergy is maintained in the temple. All I have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. Well, I'll let you know if I get any hits. That would not be necessary. You received information on the clergy. I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So, tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There's just one, and his name is... Oh, come on! His name is Real Nemu. His real name is real name. He became a monk 20 years ago. Oh, that's good. I love it. I mean, it's okay. That must be the victim's real name. Why don't you have tried to come up and take him with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, it's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. Right. Mastery, now that we know the victim's real name, Deviation Seance might finally work. Lawyer who willingly sees the seance. This is entirely unprecedented. Yeah, you are but digging your own grave, Defense. How you doing? Haven't seen it. We won't know that until we try. It's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. The divination seance be held once more. Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You're a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. This is a perfect example of getting your conclusion before you run the test. You know, Princess. Thou will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. Oof. Do you regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence?
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I get the whole animation again. Should we skip it? Why what? We got something. What do we got? Bubbles. Fan of soda. Thank you. Boom Punisher theme. Heavy. Pain. Oh my. It's just Mr. Right surmised. Turns out it wasn't the victim's true name. I did not. Now last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we see is the ground. Things here be disappointed. I think you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. Nurk! I on the other hand to have discovered something. Whose evidence that established the accused's guilt? You did? Ha 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 ha. Most surprise attack. Tell us, Prosecutor Sanmati. What is this conclusive evidence you have found? Who punched the theme song that he's heard? Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Ask my Plume Punisher's shop. You press the Mac to Hummel's Plume Punisher's belt. Problem is, it wasn't the Plume Punisher theme. It was the Steel Samurai theme. Seems the accused inadvertently presses a button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. But Maya, no! It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It's time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than a mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. As conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, there are no further objections.
Objection!
Slow down there, Your Majesty. Well, at least I can make a counter-argument. What's this? Did you take issue with the divination seance? I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. That's never stopped me before. The seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You don't know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I'm the only one who speaks the minima of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, let's see you prove it. Victim was offering up his prayers. It was a night of the right, though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. And someone was there, and the themes to the Plume Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant he departed from this world. That's everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I just have to go over each and every one of the deceased sensations very carefully. Rewind. I save first? Probably save first, right? If it's a night before the thing, why do you smell the stuff? Isn't the whole point that the stuff goes away?
Objection!
What's really the night of the right? What do you mean? It cannot be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite. My problem is that Jesus' spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Take a look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says Gingil? Acolyte Zealot couldn't have smelled any Gingil on the night of the rite. But what do you mean? I back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled Gingil on the night of the rite.
Take that!
The High Priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Gingil-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of day before the rite. I believe you're right. I completely forgot about that. Which makes no sense because they're in the country. and feasted and the smell of bugle pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that Victor smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite.
That's enough!
I'm not so easy fool. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? His estimated time of death was during the rite. Alright, I thought about that yesterday. Give me your benevolence. But estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the current circumstances, it's possible for it to change. But what's this? Like if the body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the destiny more recent. I believe I've heard something of this sort before. As Mr. Wright claims, its estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised. Wait, then how was the murder weapon used against High Priest? Grrr! Barthead, you blinded me with science. So sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? Oof. No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, murder weapon with the accused Prince audit is incontrovertible evidence. Now, I made my insight to account for this new truth. Why is it dark? Lights are tuned and nicely derived from the world. Okay. Time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick, changing the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. If someone showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum into the plaza of devotion until yesterday is melted. Wait, how am I supposed to go against that? It was this. It was here. But how do I get to there from here? Oh, maybe. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Hold on.
Objection!
The change in the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface. What's this? Oh, you're making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. He was born looking smug. Now let's focus on what is important, what the victim saw in his final moments. Kept asking the Belfry Barpad? There's nothing to see. The ground plaza was all that interested the victim's eyes. That's what I find so strange. On the day before the rite, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? To explain. This evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day. This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size but huge in importance. It says the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the riot. What? But the victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments? If you have something to say, then say it. Last thing the victim saw was not the ground of positive devotion. This only means he was killed elsewhere. What? 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 And where do you suppose the victim was actually killed? Yes, tell us where. Otherwise, your argument is worthless. How about that? I know exactly where. Oh, I haven't gotten to that part yet. It is Maya? Well, let me think. Well, somewhere green and shaggy, right? Right, where could that be? What's it, Barphead? Giving up already? And not at all. Now, where have I seen something green and shaggy? This shows where the victim was killed.
Take that!
The secret hideout the rebels were using. Rebel hideout? There's no such place anywhere on the floor of the chamber. You're absolutely right. There's no place on the floor, anyway. And what the victim see in his final moments is not the floor of the rebel hideout. This is what the victim saw in his final moments.
Take that!
The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct handprints shaped and impressive on the moss here. The victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab.
Objection!
I disagree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare they are the one and the same. I concur. There's no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout. Indeed, what evidence do you have of this? I've already shown you the evidence. Well, what do you mean? Please take a look at this second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see there's also the luminol test performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Is this true? This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky? To whom does this blood belong? Well, we thought it was the High Priest's blood that flowed in from outside. So we haven't tested it yet. You must do so at once. Yes, Your Majesty. Alright. It appears Space has finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please. Cliffhanger! We'll be right back. I'm gonna go brush, okay? Alright, 3 minutes. Alright, I am back 44 seconds early. With the cliffhanger. We're here at the cliffhanger. But we gotta wait for 37 seconds. So I am going to stare at you. Ow. Why do you throw apple? Don't mean to hurt you. Ow. Okay, 9 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back. The report, please. The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Puree Zealot, just like the defense claims. Hey, Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There, I'll deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight. I'm really sorry, but please anything but that. That is a terrible punishment. Nick, maybe just maybe. This is the chance we've been waiting for. Yep, it seems so. I hate to do this to Emma, but go for it. It's full speed ahead. Victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then his body was moved to the plaza of devotion by someone we yet to identify. We thought we saw Acolyte Zealot paying during the rite. He was already dead. Arrgh! That's not all. If he was killed at the inner sanctum, that would explain one more thing. That would be how the time of death was made to look later than it actually was. Which was up behind the sanctum. This points out how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. I don't actually know. Let's save, though. We're saved. I think I know, but we're gonna save. We're playing more careful because we did so bad yesterday.
Take that!
Why, these are photos of the inner sanctum. I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of estimated to later than it really was. See how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's what it was used to keep the victim's body cold. That's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed. I was mistaken, and the place, too. And just what do you believe that proves? That my client is innocent. What are her fingerprints on the dagger? And the Poon Punisher theme that the victim heard? They failed to address these two key pieces of evidence. Urk, I see your point. Wasn't this your big chance, Dick? Ah. We're hoping this difference in location can validate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you. Actually, that may be possible, at least for one of them. Really? What's this? Say you can counter your argument for a key piece of evidence? Okay, well, let's see you try. Take a look at the rebel hideout. Yeah, we're good. Oh. This can validate this piece of evidence. Boom, Punisher theme. And how did you just force a claim? Oh, thank you for the last beautiful. Appreciate it. Since the murder happened in the rebel... I'm so bad at being, tsundere. What should I have said? I don't know, what's a good follow-up, like, doing here? Oh, you're following me. I didn't ask you to or anything. Is that tsundere enough? I don't know. I'm bad at this. I'm so bad at being mean to people. The murder happened in the rebel hideout. There's something there that played the theme song, other than my client's strap. Was it a strap? Is this true? That played the Poon Punisher theme song. What's this?
Take that!
This is the Poon Punisher alarm clock. I believe victim heard this alarm go off. What proof you have the alarm went off?
Objection!
What proof do you have it was my client's strap to play the theme song? Arrgh! Judge puts facts to your lawyerly bios. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off footprints on the murder weapon. Oh, with this we got Dance Night Fox. Oh yeah, you know, he's stiff. The accused would still be guilty based off footprints on the murder weapon. Here's what really happened. He stood with his hands strung out in the hideout. It's after the day before the riot. There have been some twists and turns. That's the truth of what happened. I'll get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case. No? There is one. What's this? You still claim there to be an inconsistency? Humph. Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same. Let's just another save. We'll save over this one. Alright, we gotta think carefully.
Objection!
Nope, it's still good. I did it wrong. Nope, I did bad. Nope. This is thought process, the inconsistency lies. That's why it's inconsistency after all.
Objection!
I knew it was heavy, I just didn't know where to put it. He was really thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer. He's actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Oh yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Eep! And tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? Well, what caused the heavy sensation Zell felt? That was why the rock fell on him. I agree the sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zell's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course. Just envision the state Zell was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was falling stone slab. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What? Oh, stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath. Right, that was what caused the heavy sensation the victim felt.
Objection.
While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. But you claimed that the dagger was plunged in after the stab had fallen on him. The statue! Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Well, do you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. Doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? Does the statue have, like, a sharp part? Can I look at the statue? Killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. What if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. Did I hear a beep? The entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There's enough space between the two to choose any of the weapons found within. There's not much space by the entrance, is there? So it's a real murder weapon then. I better think of something. The murder weapon wasn't the dagger. The dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. At least he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that. He wasn't stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like the dagger. The bird beak. Would this care to offer an explanation sometime this century? Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Something that has shape similar to a Warbad dagger? There's issue evidence at this time, Mr. Wright. This shows that they killed the victim. It's the only thing I see with it.
Take that!
Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest murder? Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden herein? This is what really took Parade Zealot's life. I'm just gonna put the statue. Should I put the beak?
Take that!
But that is the Warbad statue. Exactly. Warbad statue has dagger-like features protruding from it. Feathers protruding from it. That's what really took the victim's life.
Objection.
You made me look a fool. The statue is outside of the hideout. How do you propose it impale someone who's inside? Haven't you heard? The Warbad statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? The statue can pull a complete switcheroo. A switcheroo? Put it simply, it's a revolving door. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As victim in the secret hideout, Stone Sculpture came toppling toward him. He took his hands to stop it, but his weight forced him backwards. Unfortunately, the Warbad statue was right behind him. This cannot be! But the accused fingerprints were found on the dagger. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it. Ah! This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in Vince's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbad statue was what killed the victim. I don't know about the Acolyte Zealot, really messes my eyes. There's There's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. That's for Nick. How could this be happening yet again? Maybe it's a seance. It's telling the truth. No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but as a means for shedding light on the truth. Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But that means I've been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time. Your benevolence, are you unwell? All the color is drained from your face. I'll be fine. Continue your proceedings without me. As you wish. I think we've broken her spirit. I feel kind of bad for her. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died. Akaisel was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. It means the body found at the Pots of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. Only after the Warbat dagger was thrust into him. It looked like the murder weapon. But that does seem to agree with what we now know. Why would the real killer go to such lengths? Maybe stabbing Akaisel's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was. Maybe it looked like a serial murder. It was an attempt to make my client look just like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did. That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. The reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy. Are they Millennium cheese again? We cannot have this. They better not be Millennium cheese again. Cheese is delicious. Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, feta cheese, blue cheese, cream cheese. Exactly. Does that need to be the rules of the channel? If you make fun of cheese, you get booted. What other kind of cheese are there? Asiago cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. I don't know. Cheesecake, string cheese. I had to time out to be born. It's a warning. Or something. I don't know. I feel bad now. What? Get those putrid whole written clumps. He's Millennium cheese! Kick him! I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this. No, we're not reading this. I'm not reading that vile drivel. I'm not reading it. Moving on. I'm not reading it. You can't make me. I'm not reading this. This is a travesty. This opinion even gets air. The words need to be deleted from all memory. We're moving on right now. The reasoning, much like your future. Ah! Okay, wait, no, okay. I thought I was someone. Okay, we're good. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, whole-riddled brain, is putrefied. What's the deal with things going putrid? You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events after the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the riot. Akaizel had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward him, and we know the rest. I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life. When the High Priest arrived at the Sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That's when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I read Prosecutor Samadhi was a funny scenario. Defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt.
Objection!
Why did my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? Why don't she stab Dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. Dagger and his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira will slay the Defiant Dragons. That's why she moved the body to the closet for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced, too. Thought I finally made some headway. Was she right? About time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? He doesn't admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his arguments with. I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking, indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Crane? I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I said the defense's reasoning had a putrid Why do they keep trying to make me read stuff like this? We're moving on. You can read it yourself. It's right there. I'm not reading it. I realized the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Okay, see, that's fine. Now I'm a rotting zombie. Hey, who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum? Only those involved with the rite can enter the sanctum, so... Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. The only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum. No suspected being a rebel is... Ah! Does somebody come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. Huge problem. What are you going on about? Plotting your escape from the Sacred Hall? I'd not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. I'll do something. Prosecutor Samadhi will have this one in the bag. So I have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Pere Zealot's murder.
Objection!
Even those benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Such a figure truly exists? Tell us, who might that be? I believe prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is...
Take that!
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum, and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the High Priest who committed the crimes that occurred the day before the riot. You pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales? Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. Only the High Priest could tell his side of the story. What? Did I have something on my face? Wait a second. Does this actually work? Oh no, don't tell me I have some of my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? Just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as... channeling. Summoning him here by the means of spirit channeling. But what did you say? Spirit channeling? Has the Sawyer finally gone insane? Sacrilege! May the Holy Mother strike him down. Peace. I'm frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. The spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. Maya, I thought you wanted to keep it a secret. Here in Crane. Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so I don't think we'll be punished. At least, I hope not. I mean, we're already on death penalty, so what's the worst they'll do? This is a crucial period for you. To decide whether you become a master of Crane. We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming a master of Crane. Alright, thanks, Maya. Actually, there's someone here who's capable of channeling spirits.
Talk to them.
Even the benevolent Princess Rafa finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen? That would be me. Some sort of joke? A foreigner cannot possibly have such power. Even the Royal Priestess is incapable of such a feat. Peace, peace, I say. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yes, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin.
That's enough!
Your benevolence. This is an outrage. An outrage, I say. First, you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling? Now speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a sacred right. For devils, I say they should be put to death immediately. Still your voices. Barbhead, spirit channeling is the most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yes, I am. Recommend. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot. Very well then. Your benevolence? What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? No, but I want to be sure, as I'm responsible for the safety of all present. Well, an experienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. Do not fear. I have a Magatama of parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm, by halting the flow of spiritual power. That is relief indeed. These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let's not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. I made myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati. Perfectly, Your Benevolence. Very well. The accused may channel with the High Priest spirit. First, you must take a short recess to prepare. We'll resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is... I can't talk. Until then, this court is adjourned. Also, is Treeborn back yet? Hi, Treeborn. Welcome back. Oh, come on, you were warned! What do you think would happen? Mocking cheese? Insulting cheese? No, it's fine. It's done. It's done. He learned his lesson. It's all is well. Sorry, Maya, but this is just the only way. You sure you're up for this? Thanks for leaving me, Nick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet. Alright. Once you started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope she can. Random Fox, are you sure ready? My tooth. Oh, look, there's a Hydrangea Fox again. Yeah, at least I think so. You don't sound so confident. About all your training. Training is one thing. Actually doing it is another. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead. Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you never forget. Oh, okay. I hope it's unforgettable in a good way. Once I hear Abbot Amy's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light. Hope so, but he was hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so... I doubt it would be as cut and dried as all that. They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya, I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go. Back in we go. I do like it. It's very cute. We have received official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Faye, please proceed. Yes, Your Majesty. Can't believe this. Only the Queen should channel spirits. Execute them. Put them to death right now. Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you. I've been sitting here in Crane for 2 years now. That one day I will be the master of Crane, a village of spirit mediums back home. First, I should show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom. Wow, she seems really confident. Neophyte practitioners such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, your benevolence. How about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well. If you succeed. I will. Here's your watch. My spirit trusts in me, slumbering in the quiet realm, returned out to the world of the living. What is this place? Oh my. No. This cannot be. Volkunka! It's the High Priest. The accused really can channel spirits. I don't believe it. What else can resist? The accused my superpower is the real deal. Go Maya. I don't understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. I must step out now before I forget myself. Have it in me. Will this be the Twilight Realm? And what of this? Luxurious mane of hair. Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service? Have it in me? Fine, but it is in His Majesty. Have you two shuffled off that mortal coil? Please not count me among the dead. It is only you who has passed on. But the spirit medium Maya Faye has brought you back among us today. Well, why? Act like Faye has mastered the secret art of spirit channeling? I suppose that explains these gorgeous locks. When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair. But be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks for this splendid coiffure. Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my taste. Do excuse me. This is gonna be a problem when she turns back. There, that is better. We get to his testimony now. And I wish he kept his top on. Why, you're the foreign lawyer that people speak of as late. Is this not the Hall of Justice? Why have I been summoned here? Here's for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you've been accused of murder. Why we asked you to testify on your own behalf? I've been accused of murder? That's troubling indeed. Oh, his feet don't fit the shoes. Ah! Oh, what's with that crazy pose? Is this really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowest monks can achieve such body control with proper training. Oh, I wonder if Albie will be able to do that someday. Would this please explain the situation to the High Priest? I'd be happy to. Your disciple Prazel has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout, hidden within Inner Sanctum. It's not him, it's his wife. I've been saying that all along. She's the big fan. I Akai Zealot? He's been killed? Who would do such a thing? Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you, Abbott, and me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Oh dear. That's still Maya's body. I hope he doesn't break anything. Oof. Wow, the High Priest is amazing. He can master his advanced prayer pose. So worthy of veneration even if he is a rebel. Praise be to the Holy Mother. Praise be to the Holy Mother. Oh my, am I a rebel? Aegis has been exposed? Not even my wife knows that. He seems to rest in peace. He's not my fate. Why don't you doubt Priest of Craniism go into rebellion?
Objection!
The High Priest has come back to us for a brief time defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Alright. Amy, the prosecution believes that one who slew both you and Acolyte Zealot, Maya Fey, been playing the role of Lady Kira in the right. Being that I was dead until just a moment ago. My memory is a bit hazy. Please do your best to remember.
Objection!
Ivy says the memory is hazy. It's all coming back to me. This is prosecutors have concluded. I was saying by none other than Maya Fey. Ivy's statement has proven my assertion with regards to his murder correct. No! What about Acolyte Zealot? You were the one who killed him, weren't you? I know not about my disciple's murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own. An alibi? Seriously? Ha 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 ha! Seems the testimony the defense had been hoping for is working against him. Now, Evan, me, the testimony, if you please. I'm going through water so fast. Yes, yes, of course. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the riot, I was entertaining guests at my home. I believe my guests can corroborate this. Hey, guests? Just past noon. That's right, about the time Zealot was murdered. Yep. Are you sure about that? Absolutely. Don't think of it. Rafa told me about Asphere's memory. Asphere's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even if spirit is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. In the moment of his death and the moment is channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? An ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place.
Hold it!
Use the word alibi as if it were second nature. Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the kingdom of Crane itself you wish to ridicule? Well, everyone and their grandma knows what an alibi means. We're not a bunch of country bumpkins here. We have plenty of important dramas on TV. Peace, 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 I say. Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement? Please, don't take it the wrong way. This alibi is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally. I assure you, I know how to use the term. In fact, I even hope for a chance to do so one day. I suppose even I, High Priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments. Oh, I see. Sorry, I was looking at the pose. He seems unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if he had prepared himself for something like this. Just past noon, on the day before the rite, I was entertaining guests at my home.
Hold it!
Yes? And you were entertaining them personally? That I was. We gathered around the table for a most enjoyable conversation. This guest could corroborate his alibi. That can't be good for our case. Are you sure that's the same day as the murder? Maybe you misremembered. Ha! Not to doubt my mnemonic faculties. Sorry. I may have died, but my memories have put that pointer crystal clear. So sorry. He's pretty thin skinned for a priest. I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. His memory is cut off at the moment. Yeah, we already did this. Serena Spirits brought. We just did this exact cutscene! I'm not reading it in. No. So yet, clearly recalls all of these memories it had in life. We just had the exact same cutscene 2 seconds ago. I was nothing better than enjoying Imperial cuisine with dear friends. I mean, everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous. Right. I believe my guests can corroborate this.
Hold it!
And who exactly were your guests that day? Don't tell me they were rebels, so they can't be called here to testify. None other than His Majesty, along with his family. He couldn't take the right to work, so he stopped by ahead of time. But my house daughter has grown. Wait a second. Let's set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abbot and me. Baby's cookies simply cannot be beat. So there you have it. When exactly was His Majesty at your home? He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Maybe precisely the time period within which Acolyte Zealot was slain. Yes, we had a rousing chat concerning the game of Kachi Jamal. But I just have that added to the state's testimony. After all, it was I who visited the High Priest's home. I guess that day were His Majesty and his family. They visited from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Hold it!
Your Majesty? Are you sure this testimony is completely accurate? I sure can be. Well, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court. Majesty's in my home during the exact time period of the murder. Well, let's put this behind us. I cannot have possibly committed this crime. Why you be so sure? What clock or watch you were using yourself, but you misread the time. There's a clock right near the table, and it had the exact same time as my watch. You understand, lawyer? As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed Acolyte Zealot? His Majesty's a witness. Are you satisfied now? There's not a single discrepancy in Abbot and Emmy's alibi. I give up now, it's all over. Now, hold on a second. Is there anything wrong with the High Priest's testimony? Is this one of those things where we think there is, and then it turns out there's not, because... We gotta say there is, though. There's a discrepancy in the High Priest's testimony. There is? Well then, perhaps you could explain what it might be. So what was wrong with his testimony? After Abbot Emmy was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zealot was murdered. And now that you mention it, despite that, you claimed to have an alibi from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That means you knew that Acolyte Zealot was dead when you were still alive. Arg! Oh, his spirit fell out. Oh, that could be bad. Wouldn't that be my... No, maybe not. Wait, I think I saw something just now. Yeah, I must be imagining things. Tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed? About that. Open your heart, let the Holy Mother in. Why, we've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. Oh, that's ridiculous. All who serve her holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart, let the Holy Mother in. Purge your mind of greed and bias. This is my very soul has been cleansed. You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction to snare. How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Corinne's prayer. Huh?
サトライマをマノモサマシで足し抜けたらガセよそのか
Abbott images at home during the time, but knew of what happened at the hideout. Abbott explained thusly. He also had a way to monitor the hideout from his home. What? You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As he surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn anything unusual even when I was not there. Remember, the rebels had been using this as a top-secret hideout. It'd be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus. Wait, come think of it. When I was searching the rebel hideout, well, there's something under the banner. The microphone? What's this doing here? Is someone trying to record something with it? That was a listening device. It starts recording whenever it detects movement. I heard just recording after His Majesty and his family left. Look at that's it, my study, you will find the tape in question. Alright then. Bailiff. Yes, Your Majesty. Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home. At once, Your Majesty. Power of Corinne's prayer. Even a future brain such as yours should understand it now. It's like the contradiction really did vanish. Besides, ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. Meantime, I'd ask Abbott Indy to continue his testimony. Very well. I guess then we're not gonna finish this today. Why do I have that feeling? Oh, no time. Still got a little bit of time. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. When I was listening to the tape later, I heard a man and woman quarreling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye. After that, there was a loud noise followed by a haunting silence. Trying some way to attack his alibi. What am I over here? That's a way of putting me at ease. Seemed like this was only creeping me out. When the High Priest was rebel, he was still Corinne's holy man. Therefore, take care in your questioning, lest you invoke the ire of our people. How dare you expect the High Priest? It's his wife. As if this wasn't hard enough already. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred.
Hold it!
You're entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime. Indeed, my wife Belib was treating them to a wonderful home cooking. Your wife was there that day? Why, yes. She was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time. I don't think I saw her at all that day. She takes her culinary duties most seriously, you see. Oh, I hear my neighbor's truck. That's why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day. The judge never saw Miss Indy. Can Abbott and me add that to Sabre's testimony? Please add it to Sabre's testimony. As you wish. My wife, Belib, was in the kitchen cooking the entire time.
Hold it!
What was your wife making that day? We knew that day featured Atkins, Pets, and Milton Ma. They're both traditional Korean dishes. I can't even begin to imagine what those are. Ah, yes. Smooth zest of Atkins, Pets, and the sweet texture of milk, whatever. Baby's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable. Thank you. It gives me great joy to know you enjoyed your meal. Now, once His Majesty and his family had left, when I listened to the tape, I heard a man and a woman quarreling.
Hold it!
You heard everything from a recording? Indeed. Each night I would secretly check what the listening device recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife if she discovered my secret. Can you tell what happened by the audio alone? Long years of aesthetic training have sharpened my hearing. It's a simple matter for me to ascertain a situation by the sounds I hear. Practicing cognizant improves your hearing? Hearing is but one of the senses that can be improved. One can focus on attaining a piece, all 5 senses can be sharpened. Why, the warbat over in the bazaar just cried. Did I hear it? Give me a break. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye.
Hold it!
Hold on, are you sure about that? Still with those voices? Was it really Acolyte Zealot and Miss Faye? I think that was the most reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. Perhaps Acolyte Faye has an alibi that you can prove. I'm afraid not. I suggest you make it look like a mollusk and clam up. Now, I will continue my testimony, if I may. After that, there was a loud noise followed by haunting silence.
Hold it!
A loud noise? I'd say that's worth looking into. There's a terrible crashing sound. Acolyte Zealot must have felt so heavy. It's been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Am I a statement to his testimony? I'm at it. Is that a statement to your testimony? As you wish. I would describe the noise as a terrible crash. Poor Zealot. It must have felt so heavy.
Hold it!
Maybe the terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zealot's death? Yes, the sound, no doubt, was poor Zealot's death now. Such a tragedy for his fine disciple. Alright, there's 2 things we can press on. Either the wife being missing, I ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Because the Easter only prepared to the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite, and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day, so she wouldn't be in the kitchen cooking. Why would you cook until 3 if you had to finish eating by 3? Tishrei Matame Yoma. Tishrei Matame Yoma. Tishrei Matame Zoma. Kind of like just muttering. And how was that young man's future? Tishrei Matame Yoma. I don't feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now. I look for evidence. I think we have to go on the wife, I think. Oh, that's right. You still feel the need to question the high priest? His alibi is as tight as tight can be. This isn't going so well. But ask him about something else. I'm curious, Abbot, and me? You stopped by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left? Yes, I thought it would be wise to assess the situation. As I said before, there was nothing to see. Hideout appeared as it always had. And Vixen's body. It was nowhere to be found. I thought Faye must have already disposed of it and anything else incriminating. When you saw the rebel hideout, looked like it does in this photo? Yes, I would say that. That's how it appeared that day. Those souls haven't been put back in place. Mr. Right. Hugs. Is it not time to concede defeat? Oh, no, wait, I just need a little more time. You insist. Alright, let's save. I believe I know what we do. Let's start with this.
Objection!
Nope, no good. Now go move on, abandon this folly. You know very well your evidence proves nothing. Nice try, but you can't make me give up. I'm going to prove I'm right. Point your finger as much as you like. You're simply wasting your time. Total sight to see is a lawyer who doesn't know what to beat. Arg, I just need to hang in there a little bit longer. Let's go for the other one. Let's see, it must feel so heavy. I was supposed to test when I ring out of it by pressing. I can tell the judge is growing impatient. There have been some changes in both the testimony and the evidence. There could very well be an inconsistency somewhere. Find it before he returns to the trial room. They're hinting at this. Alright,
Objection!
Something the matter? Sorry, that stream just sort of slipped out. Crap. Crap! I don't know what to do. I see two issues, but I don't know how to prove them. Ask the attorney for future urges I have. I help with my case in his petition's eyes, both literally and figuratively. Consult. If I insist, error looks something important. And one statement doesn't seem right. I can't put my finger on it. I'll look at the evidence again, too. The terrible crash.
Objection!
Nope. I don't know. Alright, well, I failed completely. You think it's here? James was testifying the evidence. I found it before he returns to Twilight Realm. Where's the consult button now? Keep pressing? He says, no, don't press.
Hold it!
Was your wife baking that day? We had that. We already said all this.
Hold it!
Maybe that terrible crash is connected to Jack Zealot's death? The sound no doubt was poor Zealot's death now. Such tragedy for you as a fine disciple. That's all here to take a prayer for his departed soul. Blah blah. Doesn't do anything. That is much more test man can tell just for a patient. It's here somewhere. It's definitely the wife. Yeah, I pressed him. Oh, maybe I didn't, because I reloaded. It's this one.
Hold it!
I pressed on everything. I mean, he's even saying there's nothing more to give out of pressing. But I mean, I tried this one, it didn't work.
Objection!
Like, this is it. You're gonna mind? Well? Did this have something you'd like to say? I felt on deaf ears.
Objection!
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I have a consult. Looks something important. I have one statement. Doesn't seem right. I can't put my finger on it. But look at the evidence again, too. Now, what statement does it go to? It goes right to the end.
Objection!
I did this! How did you said it, and I quote, "Poor zealot. Must have felt so heavy." I could have sworn I did this! Why do you think he felt something heavy? The hideout looked like it did in this photo. And so there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. Fact is, of course, the stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte Zealot, impaling him on the Warbat statue behind him. That was only revealed to her Veil's divination seance earlier. Would the defense please get to the point? The point is simply hearing a crashing sound. Shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death. I still don't see your point. I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed. Why? And that is information only the real killer could have known. I definitely saw it that time. I got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots. Or should I say sandals?
Objection!
It reminds you Abbot Inu was with His Majesty at the time of the crime. Such an alibi, conclusive for being the killer. That's true. So he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zealot was killed. Something only the killer could know. This gem CPU's also now? Mr. Wright? We're waiting for an explanation. I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. Iris knew something only the killer could have known, because he heard it from the real culprit. He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer. Huh? The real killer? Of course, that makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation. So tell us, who's the real killer? Maybe someone close to the High Priest. Someone without an alibi. The person most likely to be Zealot's killer is...
Take that!
Been saying it all along. Actually, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Miss Emmy at all, did you? No, I never saw her, but what was after with anything? Did the High Priest ever leave your sight? No, we were talking the entire time. The food was brought right to the rooms, anyway. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not. What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Miss Emmy might have killed Acolyte Zealot.
Objection!
You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zealot. He was like family to her. No. You can't entirely discount that idea. Especially if you consider that Miss Emmy could have been the one posing as Lady Kira.
Objection!
Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolyte Zealot though he was not a rebel?
Objection!
As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. If followed his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too. Are you suggesting that Miss Emmy killed her husband as well? As sad as it is to think she'd killed her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. Urk! Yikes! You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kira? And that she slew both Zealot and myself? My lovely wife? That is utterly impossible! Urk! Yikes! I've never seen the High Priest so angry. This is Abbot Emmy stated. An accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It's far too late to overturn it. That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologize to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now. No, I'm not gonna apologize. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece of Tra's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Emmy. Your wife, Lady Emmy, killed you. Even now, you continue to lie in an effort to protect her. How absurd it appears the lawyer has forgot. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kira. For we were blessed by her holiness and she was with child. Praise be the Holy Mother. I still think that Zealot was the rebel hunter. I completely forgot about that. That abominable Lady Kira's feeder who slew me and act like Zealot was the accused. It's bad. Can't give up now. Don't forget, my clan doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. But now she could channel Lady Kira. How can a weak young woman like her possibly... They're gonna say she channeled Lady Kira? Foolish oath of the lawyer. Though you were as blessed as Lady Emmy. What? Surely the accused supposed to possess the strength, or should I say, the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels. What are you talking about? My good prosecutor, I see you have come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight. You need to figure it out as well, Abbot Emmy. I ask you to explain it to this future-brained lawyer? Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Majesty, allow me to testify as how my faith is that murders Lady Kira. Well, if it would assuage your anger, by all means, please testify. Act like Faye channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She's a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So it's the real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman. But... do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. It's the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another. Indeed, I'm a living, or shall I say, dead proof of her terrible power. Ah! My spirit channel spirits. Let's come back to haunt her. Now's not time to let it go and move on, Defense? No, never. I'll never give up. Now what? Think. How can I prove Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira? She didn't have the true name until recently. Act like Faye channeled Lady Kira's spirit.
Hold it!
Alright, we got this one. My kind of channel Lady Kira? Isn't that a little far-fetched? Far-fetched, you say? Why, the very fact that I'm here proves she has the power to channel spirits. Arrgh. But you know proof she actually channeled Lady Kira. Oh, but I do. She's a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name. So she should have done it.
Hold it!
While it's true, she may be capable of channeling Lady Kira. I doubt there's any proof she actually did. We were talking about the infamous rebel hunter here. That modern-day Lady Kira has captured many a rebel all by herself, and among them have been more than a few great warriors. Who but the real Lady Kira could have accomplished such a feat? It would be difficult for a mere mortal. At least the real Lady Kira of legend is only like the answer. Indeed. Is that proof enough that the real Lady Kira of legend has been channeled? Real Lady Kira of legend. That's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. Again, the people of Korean believe legends to be true. So it was real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us.
Hold it!
Lady Kira is an actual person? Do you really believe that there ever was a woman that powerful? One capable of battling rebels much bigger and stronger than herself? There's no way to prove that, but I doubt the existence of Lady Kira is to doubt Koreanism itself. It's not for us to question. We must simply believe. Yeah, how dare you doubt our legends? We regret saying that, Polkunka. Lady Kira's gonna strike you down. Oh, I won't get anywhere until I can refute their claims with some evidence. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
Hold it!
A strength far beyond any mortal woman? Just how strong would that be? You need but look at the wounds she inflicted upon my body. I'd hope to never have to think about that again. Your wound? It's pretty deep and there was a tremendous amount of blood. While I myself was rather small and stature was strong. Nevertheless, he's no match for the sheer strength of Lady Kira. My spirit channeling is proof that she's Lady Kira. It's not good. I prove she didn't channel the original Lady Kira.
Objection!
Objection! The Tome of Secrets is only given to the priestess who performs the purification rite. Is your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira? Yes, indeed. For it contains the true names of Lady Kira as even only revealed within. Have it in me. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira. What nonsense! Miss Wright, would you care to explain? This is why my client could have channeled Lady Kira.
Take that!
Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the Tome of Secrets. You need both a name and a face to channel a spirit. Can't be! Without a face, it would have been possible for my client to channel Lady Kira. Oh my. Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling. She also didn't have the book at the time. It's patently false. Ah! With Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder. But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper? Yes, who is this other suspect if indeed there is one at all? Let's give the defense a brief introduction. I still say it's the guy. Think. The true identity of Lady Kira is the key to solving both murders. Thought Miss Amy was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. Mr. Arabelle's a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. At least it's with him. The guy that died, what's his name? Pure Zealot. That's right, you have to look again. When you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is. This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I just have to stir the pot so something floats to the top. Actually, I know who's been supposing as rebel hunting Lady Kira. You do? Are you sure about that? Yes, completely. Yeah. When I say that, I may regret this, but please go ahead and explain. Thank you, Your Majesty. Mister's been posing as rebel hunting Lady Kira.
Take that!
Trading the rebel hunting Lady Kira we seek is Pure Zealot. Well, what's this? High Priest's murdered disciple was Lady Kira, you say? Peace. I say peace. This will continue. I said it before, remember? He's only been around 2 years, also. Yes, Your Majesty. Go down the list of suspects until there was only one left.
Objection!
But a cross-examination is not the same as solid evidence. You see the evidence back up your claim? Yes, of course. I have some in my moment, that is. At least, I hope so. Why was Lady Kira? Neither was it Miss Amy or any of the other possibilities. At least Zealot, and I have the evidence to prove it. Evidence that proves Acolyte Zealot was proposing Lady Kira is this.
Take that!
The letter. This is what proves that Acolyte Zealot was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter. How absurd. What could that possibly prove? What's your sad Maddie? You stated that this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira. And the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there. Ah. Therefore, Acolyte Zealot could have delivered the warning letter anytime he wanted. What are you talking about? That's just not possible. Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit, but rather the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying. But that would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial has been pleasing on the assumption that Lady Kira is behind the serial killings. But Lady Kira is one of the victims. Who's the killer and what was their motive? One suspect left is Miss Amy. There's only one possible motive. What if Miss Amy is a rebel? What? Welcome back. Fiend, you're still bent on casting suspicion on my lovely wife? Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this. Prepare for the mistrust in your soul.
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's prints on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zealot. And the full punishment theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all the evidence linking to her to the crime has been called into question. Was Lady Amy a rebel? And did she propose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zealot? Was Acolyte Zealot a rebel and was accused Lady Kira to kill him? See, this scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now? The alarm clock, you say? You mean the one in the rebel hideout? Yes, but what of it? Ha 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 ha. So that's it. Ha 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 ha. What's gotten into him? Oh ha 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 ha. Have it in me. Just what is so comical. Give me my outburst. That simply tickled my funny bone. What did? The theme song came from the Plume's Punisher clock, you say. Oof. That alarm clock that alarm could not have possibly gone off. What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine last time I checked. Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm kept going off? Wait, you don't mean... Indeed, you leave the alarm switched off at all times. No! that case, I tried to say that business claims do not hold water. You care to respond, Mr. Wright? This can't be happening. Not now. So nobody could have possibly switched it on. Just put an end to this lawyer's futile struggles. The song the victim heard was from the accused strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel-hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer. I need an opening, something I can raise an objection to. That Plume Punisher theme song Act Like Hell heard in his final moments. I actually heard it by way of listening advice. I told you! What'd I say? It's a Steel Samurai theme song. They got it mixed up the whole time. I told you. When did I say that? When it first came up, I said this is the wrong theme song. But did you really? Yeah, I'd heard it. Why didn't you testify the fact before? Isn't that obvious? I don't know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute. Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Abbott Indy was channeled. Alright, well then, what was talking about the clock's alarm being switched off? Mr. Wretch? That would be a pointless lie. One easily disprove it. Check the clock, you will see that this alarm is in fact switched off. Now come think of it. Oh, what a fine item. The switch. I'm right. We set the switch back in the off position before we left. I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taco drums, there it is. It tore etched in my mind. They went. Daka don 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 don. Distinctive taco drums in the intro. This trial has gone on far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now? By all means, let's also return Abbott Emmy's spirit to the Twilight Realm. Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
Now hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty? Yes? The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence. It is? Should you writhe in defiance of your fate? The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames. You'll be saying that once I show you the evidence. Now all I have to do is pick the right one. The evidence is inconsistent with the statement about the taiko drum intro.
Take that!
This is what's inconsistent with the statement. My client's Plume Punisher strap. What does that have to do with anything? It plays the Plume Punisher theme song. And here it is. Named for the Plume Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Do you see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plume Punisher theme song. I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Plume Punisher theme? His final moments act like Zealot heard. The Steel Samurai theme! I called it like 2 hours ago. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plume Punisher theme. But act like Zealot actually heard in his final moments was the theme of the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo O Tokyo. Told you! Fox was right. Peace, 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 I say. Mr. Wright, what is the Steel Samurai which you speak? The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo O Tokyo, is an action hero show from America. Ow! The Plume Punisher theme is a total it's very similar to it. It's a total rip-off. It is. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you can easily mistake the two. But the fact that Akazel heard music from an American action hero show, it's irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout. Actually, no. You have it backwards. Backwards? That's right. Miss Faye met an avid Plume Punisher fan here in Crane, and as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for the Plume Punisher strap. Huh? This avid Plume Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot? Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priest's wife. Believe in me.
Objection!
Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright? I do. But as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt you would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander. Hydrate, you gotta... I'm running out of water, though. I suggest you prepare yourself to face Her Holiness's wrath. We're unprepared. Puts the entire case upside down, that is. It's my last chance. Better take a deep breath and review the evidence. I don't need to, I got it. Very well, then. Please present your evidence, if you would. Defense? This proves Miss Emmy was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot is this.
Take that!
It's right here. It was family photo. Proof that Miss Emmy and Miss Faye traded items featuring their favorite character.
Objection!
Family photo? What is actually looking at here? Proof that they exchanged items featuring their favorite characters right here. Bam, 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 bam.
Take that!
Look at Miss Emmy's left wrist. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch. Harg! Why, I never knew your wife had such a hobby to have it, Emmy. The same photo was taken right before Acolyte Zealot was murdered. At that point, my client had the Punisher strap and Miss Emmy had the Samurai watch. So what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Miss Emmy was wearing. I wish you made my testimony what I thought was taiko drum something else. I've never had such a watch. It's the truth, I tell you. You must believe me, Your Majesty. If only we had some sort of evidence, like a tape recording of it.
Satura ima o mandomo samashi de tashi no ketare gaseo soroka!
You're not deceived by his fists loyally to chicanery. Wow. Chicanery? I can't remember I don't know how the word's pronounced. I've heard it both ways. Now what? He's been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? There's a big gaping hole in his flimsy claim. A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Oh no, I'm afraid it is there, alright. Just like the big gaping holes in your future brain. I was gonna go after cheese again. Your brain is neither putrid nor full of holes. I'm not a zombie after all. Hey, it's a dead lawyer walking. So I can relive the hiccups. I can't talk. He who has narrow vision focused on what is before him, never seeing the big picture. As they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. For it is as you said, Lady Envy of the rebels slew Acolyte Zealot, the rebel hunting Lady Kira. And the rebel hunter would have been dead before the High Priest was slain. Ah, that means High Priest could not have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kira. How could I have missed that? So tell me, who are you going to say killed the High Priest now? No! You finally understand? The sheer size of the holes that riddle you. The sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain? I'm in hot water now. I don't have any other specifics of the High Priest's murder. You mindless zombie should have begun your journey into the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let go, and move on. No, I will never give up. I should think things through and figure it out. Who really killed the High Priest? Like I said, I've been Lady Kira, you couldn't have killed the High Priest. Questions, who did? Maybe I get to the bottom of this by reviewing the evidence in order. Why don't you tell me something about Dynasty before the murder? Nice testimony. He was getting red before the trap, the right. Alright, nice and swing and stained red before the right even began. He was already red before the High Priest's murder because of Zealot's blood. That's right, Zealot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before the riot. His blood had flowed into the spring. Wait a second. I understood that Zealot had been killed in the hideout. How did he report to the authorities? If I had been the killer, he could have easily had her arrested on the spot. Why didn't the High Priest inform the authorities right then? Keep the hideout hidden? If you reported Zealot's murder, authorities would find out about the hideout. That's what he was worried about. Hi, Drake. But by going through the right, High Priest risks having Maya see the stream running red with blood. Why do you have to go through the right if you want to... Instead of seen during it. He wanted to frame Maya. He wanted to set the crime scene to conceal the hideout. How does he plan on concealing the source of blood in the spring? He concealed the source of blood with his own. That's how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. So I'm starting to fall into place. I knew who killed the High Priest. It was... Trespass was suicide. Can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. What? What? What's this? Ow! I get it wrong, I got it right. Why are you throwing bricks at me? Did you run out of Legos or something? Did the High Priest commit suicide? I never heard anything more absurd.
Objection!
Mario placed a strain on the good priest's depth of his future brain. His future gaping holes are as large as a hole in his logic. What hole? Oh, yeah. You still fail to understand. You truly cannot see the forest for the trees. And the High Priest took his own life? Have you considered who brought the dagger to the Plaza of Devotion? Ah. As High Priest was killed, the dagger was thrust into Acolyte Zealot's dead body. Only accused Maya Fey could have done that. This prosecutor's dead body says, he claims rather porous in his logic. The evidence is too weak. And that proves that the High Priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout. You're right. The dagger was impaled into Zealot's body. His body had been placed at the plaza the previous day. What's right? Did you care to respond? Zealot's body was already in the plaza the day before the rite. What if the dagger was also already in the tomb at that time? The dagger was never at the inner sanctum. Trust died by a different weapon. Of course, that's it. What is it? There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed into Acolyte Zealot's body the day before the rite. Oh! What? So that means... What does that mean? It means the dagger was the weapon that took the High Priest's life.
Objection!
No weapon was ever found at Inner Sanctum. But a statue was. Now listen to reason that I insist you prove your assertion. Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be. The real weapon? I've got nothing, but I know there had to be even a weapon there. If I think back on the trial thus far, it's about the clue I need. It's the bird. Well, would you please care to tell us what the real murder weapon is? This is what really killed the High Priest.
Take that!
What really killed him has been the Inner Sanctum all the time. This lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolyte Zealot. That's right. There's a Warbat statue. Po 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 po! Bokunka! Knocked out by his own prayer beads. Believe that the statue claimed both victims' lives? Cookie! No, 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 no. Cookie. No, no, no. Cookie. In my face. Cookie. No, no, no. Was you here to chime in, Abbott and me? Ah! No, he lies. Pay him no heed. Why, it's... They did me. Darling, don't you think this has gone on long enough? Believe, no. Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing. Please, Abbott and me, let your wife speak. Now, Lady Emmy, please continue if you would. It's that time again. What time would that be? Theme song, 2:30 in the afternoon. And my husband conducts his daily prayers. and the time Puree was slain. There it is. That sound, it's just my alarm. I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband, so I set an alarm to remind me each day. I had no idea it would come to this. No, stop. She knows not what she speaks. Your Majesty, I am the one who slew Acolyte Zealot. Arrgh! Epidemic! Bailiff, summon a physician at once. He's dead. I mean, or maybe for my, yeah, that makes sense. Physician is now attending the high priest. He's dead! So there's no need to fear. Whatever. Whatever. Now let's continue. And what about the half of him called Maya that's still among the living? Miss Amy, will you tell us everything you know? Truth is, I am a rebel just like my husband. This tragedy unfolded before the rite during the Feast of Blessings. I go into the rebel hideout to prepare for Datz's escape. That's when the Acolyte Zealot suddenly appeared. Yes. He was shocked when he saw me there. Acolyte Zealot did not know you were a rebel? I do not believe he did. I believe he was there simply to investigate the hideout. And then he suddenly came face to face with Miss Cindy. So the true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira was Acolyte Zealot. Yes. He was a member of the secret police, serving directly under the Minister of Justice. Secret police? And this is what he said to me. I can kill rebels with impunity. Justice Minister has my back, choosing his position within the secret police to deal with rebels' heavy blow. Murder sanctioned by the Crown is still murder. Hey, even without the VC Act, Dirk and his insurgents come buddy's days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. I'd watch it if I were you. Just got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. Trick up Mr. in the sleeve of Lady Kira. No, this can't be. My father would never. This must be a bolt out of the blue for Rafa. This is playing my Acolyte Zealot, a man in his real name. Yes. He went as far as covering up the tattoo that all Koreanist clergy members received. Akira was a member of the secret police. That's when no order was given to investigate her attacks. Guess I'm not alone in hearing this for the first time. But, this cannot be. Is this true? The Justice Minister is sanctioning state-sponsored murder? Peace. Now, Lady Emmy, please continue. Barry suddenly lunged at me. That's when I pushed the stone slab toward him with all my might. I never meant for what happened next to occur. Allow me to take it from here. Amy, are you sure you're alright now? I'm sorry you had to see that. But you need not worry about me. I'm already dead. Please, we need to know what was so important that you would take your own life. After I learned my wife had accidentally slain Zealot, I chilled his body with snow to make it seem as if he died more recently than he did. And I later moved it to the closet of devotion and inserted the dagger into his wound. The closet was empty at that time, for it was before prayer time had started. Finally, I placed his body in the prayer pose, knowing that no one noticed anything was wrong until the rite had concluded. Oh, it's perfectly plausible that no one would disturb him if he seemed to be praying. We do treasure our prayer after all. Should I make you try to pin this crown on my faith? Yes, this was all my doing. I never told my wife my plan. I'm sure you should have tried to stop me. How'd you get Miss Faye's fingerprints on the dagger? I had her hold it while we were rehearsing the rite the day before. Right before the rite, I drove to her with a sleeping agent. Then I put Lady Kira's robes over the Warbat statue. It means I was probably already groggy by the time the rite started. Finally, I ended my own life and ensured that the crime would appear to have been by Acolyte Faye's own hand. Oh, when your body was discovered, Lady Kira's robes were on the ground. I'd end up over there if they were on the statue. After I impaled myself on one of the statue's dagger-like feathers, I used the last ounce of my strength to hurl my body backwards. They did. I grabbed onto the robes, taking them with me as I fell back onto the ground. How terrible. What possessed you to do such a thing? You want to protect his wife. You didn't commit suicide simply to flame the accused. Buster said Madi. As one well versed in our kingdom's legal system, I would expect you of all people to understand. Understand what? This kingdom's legal system. Simi's crime. Your suicide. It can't be. That would be sadder than sad. Why? I believe that Tibbetts knows of what the High Priest speaks. Yes, if I understand. This explains why the High Priest took his own life.
Take that!
Defense Culpability Act. Circumstantial evidence supports Miss Simi's killing of Acolyte Zealot in self-defense. However, it made next to impossible to prove it without a lawyer. That's why the High Priest wanted to pin the crime on Maya Fey. I don't see what that has to do with his suicide. In Crane, the religious stance is the most important piece of trial evidence. High Priest wanted to frame Miss Fey as a serial killer. It's a clever plan in which he made sure he'd see Lady Kira in his final moments. Lawyer speaks true. As Maya placed Lady Kira's robes upon the Warbat statue, it may seem that Acolyte Fey was the rebel-hunting Lady Kira. But, are you saying you used my divination seance to produce false evidence? Forgive me, your benevolence, but it was the only way to help my lovely wife. If you had approached me first, I could have proved that the murder was in self-defense. Perhaps, but I had little faith in lawyers despite being a rebel. And his beads are magically repaired. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. Must have been other ways to cover the crime. Yet had I done so, my wife would have rushed to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not live with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom is all been... Poor Rafa. She's really taking this hard. I can't say I'm surprised. I think we're at the end, so I'm going to keep going. I know it's late. Mr. Phoenix, right. It is time to show the might of your legal prowess. You must allow another innocent soul to be charged under that despicable law. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. What I have done to you and Acolyte Fey is unforgivable. I can only offer my most humble of apologies. Your Majesty? Yes? I ask that you please look after my wife. You have my word. Your benevolence, it is time that I return to the Twilight Realm. Nakatama, a parting if you please. Put your clothes back on first. Farewell. Benevolence, please, allow me the honor. Yes, it would be more fitting for you to send him on his way. Send me. Darling, I'm so glad I was able to see you one last time. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry to leave you like this, my love. But now you can watch over me from the world beyond. Yes, always and forever. And with every breath I take, my darling, I'll be thinking of you. Farewell, my darling, to rest. Do we pull it off, or do we do it? Case closed? The High Priest has returned to the Twilight Realm. Maya. I feel great. I guess that means he didn't leave any regrets behind. Oh. What about the trial, Nick? It's over. There's a sad reality born of love, and a great tragedy born of the Defense Culpability Act. Well, I see no need to continue this trial. Does the prosecution have anything to say? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I owe a debt to you, one that I will pay back in court someday. Now, to deliver today's verdict and overturn that of yesterday's trial. With respect to all current and previous charges against them, I hereby declare the accused Maya Fey and the defense Phoenix Wright not guilty. The wife killed the acolyte in self-defense, and then her husband killed himself to cover it up. Oh, that's so pretty. Confetti! We need butterfly confetti. Butterflies are so pretty. $4:20 p.m. at the High Court. Get it? Never mind. So I was thinking, Nick. The legal system here is really stacked against the defense. It's really unfair. Ow! Okay, I deserve that. I deserved it. It's totally unfair. Yeah, it even forced the High Priest to make the ultimate sacrifice, just to protect his wife. She's so sad. Protect the status quo or join the revolution. The real Lady Hero here, I wonder which side she would be taking. The benevolence. Huh? What? I was just wondering. Are you alright? Quiet, you. How could I possibly be alright? Yeah, she's not doing well at all. Who do you think you are? Something is appearing before me, trampling my insides underfoot and plunging the Hall of Justice into utter chaos. You desecrated my mother and father's teachings, you soulless infidel. Oof, that was a bit more extreme than usual. What am I to do? I'd always believed that communing with victims minima would lead me to the absolute truth. It's time to overturn my insights. It was revealed that they served to support false charges rather than the truth. Hey Zalk, I don't know if this would help. Do you want me to create a channel through you in Discord where you can just type down like write in the timestamp so that you don't have to search through so much? Or do you always write down the timestamps? So the search support the false charge rather than the truth. I'm left now with that heavy truth in my heart. I'm sorry, Rayfa. Perhaps I'm not worthy of hearing the voice of the Nineveh. That's where you're wrong, your balance. What? Aya? How dare you? Your role is to bring forth the voice of the Nineveh into our world. If you don't do it, who will? You know nothing, Maya Fey. Your spirit channeling is not a divination seance that brought the truth to light. How dare an outsider like you employ the Queen's secret art? What can I do? My spiritual power does not even approach yours. Ha 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 ha. Is it not a cruel joke? The royal priest is bested by a lowly outsider. Don't be so hard on yourself. Why not? It's worth at least a laugh or two. You shouldn't talk like that. Huh? Listen to your benevolence. You were just fulfilling your duty, weren't you? And you're the only one capable of performing the divination seance. Divination seance, right? The station of royal priestess is not something to abandon lightly. The station of royal priestess? People in your kingdom believe in you. But if you really mean all that you just said, then what are they supposed to believe in? You know not of what you speak. Actually, I kind of do. After all, I'm only here training so I can become the master of my village back home. Village master, you say? I don't know. It seems I owe you an apology. Even today, I called you a neophyte practitioner. It's alright, your benevolence. Thank you for finally acknowledging me. Future queen and future village master. Guess it shouldn't be a surprise, considering they may have had a common ancestor. Nice, right, your benevolence. Barbhead? Your insights were a crucial piece of evidence in this last trial. It doesn't matter if they weren't always 100% accurate. You should be proud of what you did. You played an important role in assuring that justice was served. And besides, your insights aren't the problem here. It's your kingdom's legal system. Without lawyers, your insights have come to be accepted as sole truth. And the Physical Ability Act, which gave rise to that, is the root of it all. But that is dangerous thinking of a rebel. Your benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, what is true and what is false, and most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task. No, you benevolence, you're more than capable. I never heard Maya talk like this before. She's really come a long way. Boom. Well, what was that? Came from the hallway. Smoke, we better go check it out. Hurry. Miss Amy, Mr. Wright, act like Faye. I'm so sorry for what transpired. You're almost sentenced to death because of me. I'll make amends by picking up where my husband left off. I'll see the revolution through so nothing like this can ever happen again. That is the depth of my love for my dearly departed husband. Hey, Amy, we gotta hurry. That voice. Is that Mr. Arbol? This looks like it's going to go on very far. Should I just stop here? Whatever. We got 20 minutes. If it gets too late, I'll have to call it. So the people, they must learn the peace we enjoy is a false one. One built on the backs of innocents charged with false crimes under the Otis DC Act. Having our power to forge a society that must all judge all of us fairly. Hey there, PW. I wish I had more time to talk, but Dirk, everything's ready. It's go time. Dirk? Wait, was that the rebel leader Dirk? No, it's the other Dirk. After him! Don't let him get away! Power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly. It's the start of a legal revolution. A revolution? Hey, Dick. Hate to bother you while you're lost in thought. I just got this great idea. Well, what is it? The Steel Samurai versus the Rebel Dirk. Ready to make for another awesome TV show. If we threw the Plume Punisher into there, everyone could go nuts over it. I never get what she sees in those shows. But it's good to know that no matter what happens, Maya will always be Maya. Okay, good, good. It doesn't like it's going to keep going forever. The end. Perfect, perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so that is it for tonight. I'll go and save. Perfect. It worked out. Somehow it worked out perfectly with my internet screwing up. What am I waiting for? And me not feeling well one day. We somehow still finished one trial this week. What do you got? I'm late. I need to go bed. Sleep. Sleep important. Also, I really need to brush my tail. Like, really bad, if you have no idea. Is there something in the game I need to do? Or, like, what's going on? Maybe anybody wants to see a Yoga Fox stream? Here's the thing. Okay, so... Alright, let's go Big Fox. So listen. One of the big things about being a VTuber is anonymity. I know I'm laughably bad at it, but I still have to try. Now, there is potential for me to post a picture of myself at some point after FanFest, because I am planning on cosplaying. But that depends on whether or not I get people to say that, you know, maybe I won't be recognized from that. And I'll probably only post it briefly so that it doesn't get saved. I don't know. I have to think about that. How to post it without it being online forever. Which is kind of impossible, but we'll see. Okay, but for now, that's it for tonight. No stream tomorrow. I don't have a Wii. No stream tomorrow. We're back on Friday with... We'll think about it. I mean, I guess there's also, VR chat. We'll think about it, alright? It's a possibility. But we have a long way to go before that. So, good night, everyone. Sleep well, have good dreams. I really have to go brush. So, good night, sleep well, have good dreams. Backs out. Night night. Yeah.